describe practice today, as far as priorities or just kind of the overall mood, coming off of the road trip?
No, it's just good. Guys were focused. There was a little um, like guys coming together, like get stuff right, get things done the right way. So also there's a lot of focus in practice today. Yeah.
Nick mentioned that for a lot throughout the season, there's been work on organizational stuff where guys start, depending on who's in, so on and so forth. How much of a challenge has that been throughout the season, given lineups changing and guys in different positions, and
Yeah.
just even inbounding the ball where you start? He's mentioned is something that has to be worked on sometimes.
Like you said, the roster's been changing a lot the whole year, like with injuries and guys being out. Um, there's a lot of like we need to like get together because there's like a couple guys we barely play together. So I think there's a lot of like chemistry we need to work on there because like the roster changes a lot, and I don't think it's anyone's fault, but it's just based on like injuries, guys being out, guys have to like pick up plays like on the fly. So um, I think we just gotta work on that as a team together. So.
And then on the road trip, we saw some more off the dribble creation from you, like attacking from the 3-point line. You had a fake dribble handoff in Milwaukee, you took for a dunk. I guess, how do you feel like you're progressing on offense, and what do you think's been the key to adding some stuff to your game?
I'm just taking advantage of what the other team gives me because Tyrese is a great player, and if you notice, most of the fake handoff is with Tyrese because it draws a lot of attention, and that gives me opportunity to drive, and that takes attention away from me, and it just gives me wide open lane. So I'm just taking advantage of what the other team gives to me, and just make the right play.
The NBA versus the college schedule is already so much different with so many more games, so much more travel, all of that stuff. But especially in a season like this where I know it's been mentally a lot for people, and you're on a 7-game losing streak. Like, how have you learned how to navigate just all everything that comes with that? I guess.
That it's tough, obviously, the number of games is tough on its own. Then the level of the game playing in the NBA is also tough on its own. But navigating through like the tough drought we've been going through as a team, it's it's tough on its own too. So there's different struggles we get. I myself, I would say for a player, I have to face. But having guys on the team that has a lot of experience, I just gotta learn from them. Um, Ask them questions how they handle like situations like this. Um, but like all I know is just come in the gym, work hard, and it's, do the next right thing, and everything's gonna fix itself. So
Yeah, how have you asked about that, and maybe what's
actually,
some
Yabu,
advice that? Okay.
Yabu talks to me about it a lot because Yabu didn't play the first 2 games on the road, and I played those 2 games, and Yabu was out, and I was talking with him like, damn, like it adds up quick. He was like, I told you you're gonna head up. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm sitting now. And he was trying to tell me like, you gotta take care of buddy. Like, they made me get in the cold tub. I was like, but they got me in the cold tub after this game. So, like, obviously the body is one, and also the mind is another. So you gotta take care of both. So, yeah.
Nick has mentioned a couple times in regards to you that just emphasizing and like teaching you the importance of like playing hard every second of every game. I guess what he said that is something that can be taught and learned. Like, what have you learned about what it takes to do that every single game in and game out, when you're going up against guys like Giannis and Nikola Jokic, and just sort of what that actually takes?
Yeah, playing hard is one thing. It's not just physically, it's also mind. I take pride that I want to like play hard every second of the game. Sometimes you get fatigued. That's the thing. But to be able to stay focused and play hard, and at the same time do the right thing. I think that's the next step for me. While playing hard, also stick to the game plan and like do the right things. I think that's the next step for me. But and the team, I'm one of the young guys. I need to play hard every time. I need to bring the energy while I'm on the floor. So the coaches want me to play hard. I want to play hard. I think that's why I just go out there, give my best, go all out effort every time when I'm on the floor. Um, I guess that's the goal for me every time I step out on the floor.
I know you said that you turned to Yabu quite a bit, and that they forced you in the cold tub and all of that. But regardless of who it's from, what's the best bit of advice you feel like you've gotten so far?
I've gotten a lot from so many guys. Patience, learn how to wait for the right time. Early in the year, I had to like learn from the other guys to stay patient, to stay ready whenever the team needs me. Like I didn't know I was going to be getting my first start a couple games ago. To be ready, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to take it. Take opportunities like that. I think patience is one of the biggest key I've learned all year long.
Play together, reconnect, kind of, and try to figure out stuff in offense and defense. Pretty much like I said before, stay together and get ready for tomorrow.
As you guys prepare for a team like this, I guess it was kind of busy to stay out. You guys are prepared for it.
I mean, they're first in the seed right now, so they're doing pretty much everything right. So they're a tough team. We know how to play. They play fast, fast break. They share the ball pretty well. They shoot a lot of threes. We just got to be ready for whatever. We play against the first team, so we just got to go over there. We got nothing to lose. We got to get this game. We just got to be prepared, see what they do best, and try to make stop and play together through 48 minutes.
Who do you see kind of as
They told me it's not me. I'm all right.
That's a perfect segue. How is that guy? He's been out for a few weeks now.
Yeah.
How does he continue to impact the team? You've seen from the bench.
Yeah.
Obviously very good. Give me an example of like the best way that he's impacted this team.
I mean, it's really important, he's been around, just talking to us individually or as a group, make sure we hear his voice, especially in the last couple of the game when we was going down a little bit. He was here, to push us up a little bit. And today, one group was messing up a little bit, so he was there, to talk to them and, make sure we're all in the same space, So it's been really important for us, of course. We can't wait for him to come back to be on the court with us. And, he's one of the big leaders on the team.
What is the best advice he's given this kind of a moment where he's maybe personally where he's
I mean, most of the time, like especially in a game when something happen, right away it's gonna put me on the side and we're gonna talk about it. But just tell me to keep playing, do what I know what to do, and just feel the game and play my best really.
Guerschon, it's been a while since you've had to deal with an NBA trade deadline.
Yeah.
I guess, what do you think is the key to keeping everybody together and focused on the task at hand while rumors are going around? A lot of people are probably uncertain about what's going to happen next.
I think the best thing is just not to worry about it and just keep playing. At the end of the day, I think if somebody's going to be in a discussion, his agent or the team's going to let him know. So if nobody said nothing to you, just come to work and work and go home. That's it. You can't really worry about what's going on, what people say in social media and TV and whatever. You just got to be focused on what you're doing right now, be on the team and work.
For you personally, if it's your name in any of those rumors, do you try not to seek them out? And if you don't find them, they don't matter to you? How do you personally deal with it for you if it's your name surfacing into that?
Me personally, I just try to play as my best on the court, try to help the team. Obviously we're in a tough situation. I'm more worried about try to, figure out some stuff in the court with my guys and try to get some win and worry about the trade rumor and other stuff. I just worry about my basketball and then whatever happened, that's happened. We'll live with it. But at the end of the day, I just worry about the team. I'm worried about winning games, and be the best.
It's kind of an off-topic question, but 5 years, this weekend will be 5 years since Kobe passed away. And I know you shared that when you were growing up and sort of getting into basketball, he was watching his YouTube clips and all that stuff. When do you remember kind of first discovering him, and just maybe offer some perspective on like being a guy growing up overseas, but still, being super into him as a kid?
I think how it started was one day I was just scrolling down YouTube and it was this video. I think he just scored like a buzzer beater against a team, and so he was popping up on my feed. So when I clicked on it, I watched it, and it was just impressed, the way he plays and every move that he makes, like it's just beautiful basketball, and everything he got going on. So I was really like motivated by that, and then watching more clips, and then the way he works, his mentality, and like he wanted to achieve all of his goals, and how he prepared to get to the game, how he goes to practice, like he works hard, So I think not even just basketball player, like in every sport, anything you got going on, like you have a little bit of that mentality, and he helps a lot of athletes close to it. So for me, it was just following that and telling me that if I work, I'm gonna get stuff done. So I was just growing up like this.
Guerschon, you kind of came into the season with not really a lot of heavy external expectations placed on yourself, but you quickly became one of the team's most consistent players. How do you kind of preach that mentality of being consistent and that mentality to your other teammates when you're going through a rough stretch?
Fighting as one thing. Also, like in my small career that I have, I've been in many situations, season after season. So I've been in a situation like that, and I think the whole thing is not to give up. As long as we stay focused, as long as we keep the same goals, and we stay together, we're gonna find a solution. It's just a matter of time. Like we had a bad start of the season, and then after that we had like a 10 of a couple of games that we were like really good. So we had it. Like, we're not a bad team. There's a lot of games that we losing for a couple of points, So we there. We just got to, figure it out and, try to do less mistake and keep pushing. But at the end of the day, it's just game after game, when the game is over, you don't think about it. Like, you think about next game and what you can do better, and you just try to progress and, get better.
Thanks, Yabusele.